I've done a lot of twin flame readings over the years, and I've seen different things that happen within the twin flame dynamics, and I've been being guided to talk about this with people because it's coming up right now in different ways, some of these cycles that happen, okay? So I'm going to try to keep this short and try to keep this supportive to those of you who have been through it or going through it or may go through it down the road, okay? So on the twin flame journey, even saying that word twin flame has become something different than what it used to mean. And unfortunately, a lot of it has been tainted and just painted in a way that's not good or not healthy, not divine, not what the twin flame label is supposed to signify. But we do live in a world of duality where the light and the dark coexist, and in order to know the good, you got to know the bad, you know? And so when you're on your journey, right, a lot of times the divine feminines, particularly in my collective, have shown up to it in kind of that chaser energy, or more of an anxiously attached person, where for some reason this person, maybe other people it doesn't really happen this way, but with this person, they make you anxious, they make you feel nervous, they make you pursue them as the divine feminine. And it creates an imbalance in the energy, because the masculine energy, or the masculine within a relationship, is traditionally by genetics and by like predisposition and all of that, and it doesn't matter about, you know, woman's power. It's just a natural thing a lot of times. It doesn't have to be in your relationship. It's okay if you don't resonate with that, but the men are supposed to do the pursuing. They want to chase after something, and they want to see that happening, and they perceive more value when that is happening. But a lot of times the women that are coming into these things, that are coming for these readings and things, are basically dealing with masculines that are kind of avoidant. So they're not fulfilling their role. And what that does is cause the feminine to not fulfill her role. She can't let him chase if he's avoidant. She can't let him show up if he doesn't show up. However, those things can be healed and balanced. That energy can shift. I have seen something else that goes on within the dynamic too, to get the divine feminine to stop doing that part of it where she's mistaking unconditional love for unconditional acceptance of bad behaviors. Like, I really like this guy, I really care about this guy, and, you know, I'm going to dismiss the fact that he ignores me, or that he only comes around once in a while and then disappears again. We try to make up excuses for these behaviors, and even if we understand why they're doing what they're doing, even if we understand that, oh, childhood trauma made them really feel all these types of ways, and that's why they do what they do, and I just love them so unconditionally, so that's okay. We got to stop doing that, because then it will never change. It will never change. So sometimes what may happen, like I saw yesterday specifically happen, which was crazy, because I had just done a reading for someone the day before who had had the exact same thing happen like a year ago, okay? And I've had it happen. I've seen it happen to many people. But the way that it happens is like, what? Okay, so talking to this guy, right? He's not really talking back to you, and you're just in separation and silence. But there's sometimes like a little painted reality around that. Like, you just assume that they're probably doing what you're doing. Nothing, right? You're not talking to anybody. You're not going out with anybody. You're not pursuing anything else. You're just open and waiting for your divine masculine to come back at some point. And then you get a slap in the face when you see them with someone else. And that happened, okay? The girl that I did the reading for the day before yesterday had that happen a long time ago. I've had it happen more than once, where it was like, things were okay with us. I thought we were talking, everything was all right, and then all of a sudden there's another girl. And it's like, the fuck? But it needed to happen. It needed to piss me off. It needed to make me be like, okay, fuck you then. And that's exactly what it did. And that girl that I did the reading for the day before, she also had that happen, where she had been chasing after him and thinking about him and missing him and pining for him. And then she saw him with another girl and was like, it changed the way that she approached this relationship entirely, the way that she perceived him and what was actually going on. Because again, like I said, sometimes you paint that happy little fucking picture around it, and it's just illusion of like, okay, they're obviously just, you know, doing exactly what I'm doing. And that's another reason why I've backed up strongly on doing twin flame readings, is I do not want to engage people into false beliefs or living their life in a waiting energy or thinking things that aren't true for them. And when my channel got to 50,000 subscribers with 10,000 people watching individual readings on it, I was like, not all of these people are meant to hear these messages. So we want to be careful with what we're looking at and believing about things. Your beliefs are very powerful, but so are theirs, okay? So if they're believing something in their own reality completely contradictive to what you're believing, then that's going to cause imbalances and problems, and it will cause results like what I saw yesterday, where this girl has been dealing with this man for a long ass time, and he comes and he goes, and every time she's in her power, every time she stops chasing after him, every time she gets like, you know, I'm feeling good. And I know, because I've seen her over the years, done many readings for her over the years, I've seen it. He shows back up, and I've warned her when he shows back up not to get back into that energy of feeling anxious again, or assuming either way that everything's fine and dandy now, we can just tra-la-la off together, or that he's going to repeat old cycles like disappear again or ghost again or whatever else he's done. Okay, but they've been, you know, they've had their come together, great time, watch the shots, and then he starts to drift off again, and he's not really engaging with her. And then yesterday or the day before, she's on an app that has nothing to do with him. It's like a totally just like a fun little app that you do like singing on, right? And she got matched to do like a singing thing with a woman, and the woman's fucking profile picture was her and him. And I was like, that is the universe, dude. Like, that is insane. That is crazy. What are the fucking shit? Think about that, guys. Think about how many millions of people are in the world. That is the crazy shit that happens on these journeys. And it happens for a reason. She was like, why did he do this to me? What the fuck? You know what I mean? And I get it, because I've been there. I've been in that energy. Like, why would you do that to me? What the fuck? He's not doing it to you. The universe is showing you. And it's to help you to evolve and to grow and to come out of that chaser dynamic, or to come out of that, oh, it's okay, I'm just going to sit here and wait for somebody that does not deserve my fucking time, energy, or devotion. No. We need to get angry. We need to be like, no. Like, you have time to go take pictures with this fucking Smule bitch. I don't know why that came to my mind. Is Smule one of those apps? The Smule bitch? You're singing with the Smule bitch? Go fuck yourself. That's what's needed to be the divine feminine in your power. To see them do something that's like, psh, okay, that fucking little fancy dancy reality that you had all up in your head is now no. And honestly, some of them do it on purpose. I don't think that one is on purpose, right? Like, he has no idea that she's going to match up with this bitch that has him in the profile picture. And we don't even know what that profile picture means. They could be friends, whatever. It could be a sister, a cousin. It could be anybody. But the response from within her was what was necessary. Universe wanted her to see that clearly. And she needs to go through those emotions to process and be like, fuck this. I'm done. I'm out of here. No more. You know? And it will, and you won't stay like that either. Like, you'll process it, you'll heal, but you'll back off on being that version of yourself prior to that moment. And that is a traumatic experience on an emotional level. So doing the shadow work to figure out, why is that so triggering to me to see him with someone else? Because he's not my boyfriend. We're not together. He's not giving me energy and attention. Why do I want this person that's not doing any of the things that I want them to do? You know what I mean? I want someone that wants me. I want somebody that shows up, that calls, that texts, that is taking pictures with me. I want somebody that travels with me. I want somebody that does things with me. I want somebody that, like, you know, is there for me just as much as I am there for them. And if we're seeing these dudes not being that way, why are we waiting for them to be that way instead of just going off and finding someone that's going to be that way? And when you get into that mindset and that energy, you may be surprised that they will start to see you differently and act differently and pursue you differently. And if they don't, then they're probably not the right one for you either way. It doesn't matter if you've labeled them twin flame, soulmate, whatever. If they can't fulfill you and make you feel good about yourself and all of that, then you don't want them, and you shouldn't need them to do that anyway. We should feel good on our own. We shouldn't feel personally victimized by these people. We should be able to be like, okay, I'm good. on my own. Like, what you do is a you problem, what I do is a me problem, and I don't need to put up with this bullshit. Okay? So hopefully this makes sense for somebody and helps somebody. But yeah, that's been coming up a lot.